back up. Back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown, Raiders.
And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Come on, 18 Gator, 18 Gator.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Switch it. Slam.
He'll try to run this one in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Jackson. And it's caught. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson now. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And some room to work. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches reaches the 33-yard line. A big run there by Gurley. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Gurley. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 25.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
Check, 40 seconds. Tackles.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Raiders 14, Steelers 7.
What's up? T? Watching the time. Here we go, T. To the car. 5:55. Line up, go.
On 2nd and 9, Watson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Set. Alert. Switch. Watch out.
On the draw, Richard. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 41, Watson. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Now it's Watson, forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Set. 19. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. 9. Check. Crunch.
He takes this to the 15. A flashy juke. That got him a couple extra yards. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. Richard, and this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I got you, pump. Mike 55.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson steps away to his left. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mindset. 18. 55. Yep. Watch the twist. Under 10. Time to go.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Jones has it. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Julio Jones. 78 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic.
Jackson will throw again. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that one. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Watson. Buying time to his left. He's got it. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And goal at the Steelers' 6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Crunch time, defense. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 31, Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson, eluding the pressure. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now Watson. Being chased out left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm scared. Check that.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got it. Got his man on the in route. Complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.